Hello, welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on a basic game. I guess this is episode 9, so we've been doing it for a couple of weeks now. And we basically translated this thing from pretty old 1980s basic up to Swift, at least as far as the main body of code. The environment is still a simulation of the old basic, or emulation, maybe, better word. What I've been doing since the end of that is I'm trying to take this application. We took the basic, we emulated it in Swift with a big switch statement to handle the go-tos and methods for for loops and stuff like that. But there's sort of three levels going on there. It's the top level is that application that we're writing. The second level is sort of the environment that code took place in, which in our case is Ohio Scientific, some very small computer, let's say 4K RAM, I think it was that we were using it with. It might have been 8K, but a very small space. And that environment, they have certain addresses. Things are memory mapped, so certain addresses say put things on the screen or read from the keyboard or other stuff. That environment support is definitely something we need to continue unless we replace it with actual Swift UI or something like that. Then there's a lower level support that's for the for loops, subroutines, all those pieces that make up the basic. And those, we use those in the emulation, but as we translate this into regular proper Swift, we don't need those support routines anymore. So they're sort of an optional piece to this. All right, let's see where we left off. All right, so there are, let me get a chat going here just in case. Pause that and chat. Okay, that should be good. All right, so what we have is two projects going on. This one is Swarmed, which is the game we were running. Okay, and what we can see in here, well, Swarmed app and content view, those are Swift UI pieces. And then swarm.swift is the actual application. It was transliterated from this horrible basic. And we basically turned each line of code of this into more or less a line or paragraph in Swift. And then we optimized it, first turning it into a structured program and then substituting Swift constructs for if and for and things like that instead of the basic with all its go-tos and all that stuff. All right. And let's see. Well, we've already converted it. So the modern stuff is, I'm not saying it's super great code because it's it's still very, well, it's not very well abstracted, I guess you'd say, but it's far, far better than that basic was. All right. But we've got score, level, lives remaining, a ship, which is the position in the row. Your ship moves horizontally and a field of asterisks moves at you, or asteroids. Then there's a loop while lives remaining, and then we build up the set of pairs of asteroids per line in some intensity level, and then we're basically scoring them. You move the ship, you score the game, you generate more asteroids, and then check the keyboard and see if you want to move the ship again, and so on. Now, we caught a couple bugs in there. There was one around generating asteroids. This constant was wrong. The machine has 24 columns, but this code originally only generated 23 columns worth. And then to make it worse, this was also wrong. This ship's less than 23. Originally it was some horrible poke value in the basic here. Where is that going? I guess that's 53530. Well, you kind of had to know that 53509 is the far left column of that row in the memory mapped basic. So you poke at that memory address and it writes a character to the screen. Well, 30 minus 9, 53530 minus 53509, that's 21, which plus 1 is 22. We were only allowing the ship to go from column 0 to 22. Okay, so we originally generated 23 columns out of 24 and only let the ship go to 22 out of 23 or 24. We fixed that bug, those two bugs. I guess you'd say two bugs. But we haven't done a lot of deep extracting or anything like that. There's a little bit. All right, now if I look at this code, okay, handle loss, that's definitely part of our domain. But then we get to this, go to. Well, let's find usages. Yeah, let's do it this way. Callers. Okay. It's called by for loop, go sub, next loop, and return. Well, all of those, they're part of the basic support. That we're not using the basic anymore. It's all Swift. So callers of for loop. We might find a test or two. Yeah, it looks like it's all tests. Okay. So nobody's calling the for loop. Nobody's calling the next loop but tests. Delay and random we're calling. Go sub we're not calling. Return we're not calling. Peek and poke we still call. And print we still call. All right, so kind of a third of these methods are the pure basic support and they're not called. And another third are the environment things like peek and poke that are called. Okay, so what we did last time, we extracted the bottom 2/3 out. And then we split it up into two functions. We're calling basic support for the for loop stuff, the go-tos. Peek and poke, they're there, but they delegate to the environment. And you can see all the basic support stuff there. Okay, the names, that's still not great, but anyway. Then we split out the environment stuff. You need random number generation, peek, poke, print, and a couple fields up here. Delay factors useful and screen information is useful. Okay, so this we took, and I don't know, you can see this project is a different shape. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Is it I can't tell if it's a floppy disk or a folder with a post-it on it or whatever. And this is a little folded over icon tab of some sort. Again, so small I can't read it, but I think that's the Xcode symbol in there. This one is a Swift package, which is a bundled up library basically. And this is just a normal project. All right, so we basically pulled this over, from the other, packaged it up, and then offline after we finished last week, I pushed it up to my GitHub as a private library, and we want to try integrating it in today. Well, basically I want to integrate it in, make sure it works, that I can replace all this stuff with that. And, well, we'll see where to go from there. There are corrections and improvements to make in here for sure. Like, I don't know, those names like capital return, that's really a goofy name. It's just because return is a keyword and I didn't want to do the quotey thing. You can do backticks to make a reserved word look, like a regular variable. But even return underscore or something would be an improvement. So let's see. So I do want to improve some of these things, which we'll do. But first, we're going to make sure this thing actually works in here. And I have created one other package, but I'm a beginner basically. We add a dependency, and well, why there are two, I don't know. I guess I want the one that's more recent. Oh, to algoviz, that seems wrong too. Well, we want basically. All right, what's going on with this one? Okay, this is some sort of bug in the Xcode. All right, but anyway, hopefully this gets me basically, which is our library. Okay. It's pulling off my GitHub. I guess we'll just take whatever's there. Minimum package version is empty. Can I just say no? How about 0.0 less than... Hopefully that gets me anything. All right, so it's going to go pull that library from there to here, and then we're going to have some overlap because we used a bunch of these names, for loop and next loop and delay and all that stuff. I'm going to try and move those out, and we'll see what happens. I'm sure some of you are just like, do this all the time. Oh no. Dependencies cannot be resolved. Nothing matches the requirement 0 less than 1. Root depends on 0 less than 1. Okay, so maybe have I... Let's see if I can get a GitHub. Well, I can probably take a peek in here. Here's basically... Okay, I did tag something 0.0.1. Okay, well, that was a goofy tag name, but this one is the current one, 0.0.1. Let's go back. Let's try again. Basically, let's try equals 0.0.1. No versions match requirement. As always, if you know what I'm doing wrong, feel free to speak up. Let's see. Basically does not match 0.0.1. Root depends on 0.0.1. That is certainly tagged 0.0.1. Okay, so let's do some searching. Let's see what it says. Maybe the tags aren't the way to go here. Oh, is it supposed to be in your file? No. Okay, Swift Tools version, that's fine. See if they use the word tag in here. Language tag. Then come back around. Okay, let's try Swift package version tag. I wouldn't think it would be an issue that it's on main. There's still stuff out there that expects things on master. Okay, I think we're under version control. Create a version tag for a Swift package. Tag the last commit with package version. 3 period separated integers like 0 or 1.0.0. Must conform to semantic versioning. Okay. Can I remove that other tag? That would be... No. I mean, 0.0.1 seems okay to me as far as that goes. Tag the last commit with the package version. Okay, that's what I think I've done. Click the branch tag to show a list of branches. Select a branch. Under a tag. Okay, well, I think I did it with Git, but whatever. Ensure the source control navigator is visible. Select your repository. Right-click. Create package remote. I don't know, that it seems like it's finding it okay. What are they saying to do? Ensure the Swift navigator, control navigator is source control navigator is visible. Select your repository. Oh, I gotta get view on GitHub. That would be good. Okay, well, that could be better, but it seems like it's there and it knows it's there. Basically could not be resolved. Updating from there. That seems good. Resolve dependencies. Okay, let's try the other side. Okay, okay to send it to a private repository. That's what I've done. Add a package dependency. File Swift packages add dependency. That seems like what we did. Files Swift packages add dependency. Enter its repository URL. You can navigate to the general pane. I mean, this seems... Let's see this one. I think I got it working. Doesn't look like anything's funny there. That's really old. I mean, it seems to know which repository. That's exactly what I want it to do. Branch commit. Let's try that. Where am I? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the 6502 assembly is kind of cute, you know. You got to get back into the 8-bit bytes to deal with it, but this is all just like more accidental complexity, you know. It's like there should be a way. And I think what I did with the algorithm visualization, I don't think that was any different. I just selected it and got this thing going. What can I do here? I can't enter that. Let's try. Well, that was fast. It won't let me go back either. Up to next major 0.0.0. I think we try this. I don't know why it's less than 1.0. Match requirement 000 less than 1.0. All right, let's try that GitHub commit. Let's see. Window. No, is it back here somewhere? Well, we should be able to see it on here. 2E64204. 2E64204. Must be 40 characters. All right. Okay. Cool. I guess I have something to learn about version numbers there. All right, so we got basically, it's a library. We're going to add it to target swarmed. And then my hope is I get some complaints about duplicate stuff. Although maybe it won't. I don't know if I don't know what it takes to, if there are conventions I have to follow in this thing. Let's see if it really includes the sources. Like, was I supposed to make a package it was all part of, or just say basically? I don't know. Okay, let's see what we can do. Here's Swarm. Okay, well, I think one thing is we know go sub. Let's see, go to for loop, next loop are not used. Random may be used. Go sub return is not used. Peek, poke, print, those are used. Okay, so let's... All right, so what I think is going to happen is you need to create a basic support and pass it an environment. All right, so we're going to create an environment, which is our observable object. Okay, there's definitely going to be some changes here. I don't know if this is... I don't know if there's a better way. All right, let's see. Is anybody using this? I don't think so. Colors. Nope. Okay. I don't think anybody's using this. Or this. Oh, that's used in tests. Okay, let's get this out. Okay. We don't have a constructor, so let's try adding our environment first. I don't know what'll happen. All right. So we'll create an environment. Okay, do you know where to find it? No. Can I import basically? See if it'll complete it. Yes, okay. Due to internal protection. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm going to have some work to do. Let's go back here. Environment. Public class. Well, that's odd. Environment initializer. There is no initializer. I thought a public class would default to a public initializer. Okay, let's... I thought I went through and made all the methods public. I guess I did, but I didn't know the initializer had to be there. Last random seed is local. That's, I think, okay. Oh, let's find usages of this. I thought somebody did use that. There's a delay somewhere. Environment.delay factor. Okay, so let's make this public. Okay. Now, I guess I'll run tests, but I don't think that should hurt anything. Maybe breakouts for the OSI as well. I lost my paper for it. Let's see. Yeah, so I definitely see 54090 pokes and peaks of 57088. So yeah, that's definitely OSI again. And not horribly far off Commodore 64 at this level, but definitely different. And my hope is, like environment, I would love to make that OSI environment or something, and maybe I should be doing that. That OSI environment knows, it knows how to poke and peek and do random and all that and print, but the C64 should know the same things, but it doesn't think 57088 is the memory address. Shoot, where did I put that? Yeah, so my blog this week, I documented both OSI and C64 a bit. The C64 manuals are really complete, so that's probably the best place to go for it. But, basically translating these things, the Commodore 64, they have an assembly routine that runs and keeps the key input in one memory location, or you can go out and poke and do this kind of thing to get to the matrix. But most people are going to do peak of 370. I can't remember. Let's see. But yeah, C64 memory starts at 1024 instead of 53, whatever it is, 53500 or something. And it's got a bigger memory, so it's got basically 1,000 spaces, which is 25 rows of 40 columns. Okay, and I pointed out in the article, like if you take that times the size of the characters, which is 8 by 8, that's where you get 320 by 200 or whatever, the sort of standard, the old standard screen size, and then it went to 640 by 400 and so on, or 480, whatever it is. Okay. But yeah, the breakout, let's see, do I have it? Let me see if I can bring it up. Where's Finder? Come on. Never know where the windows are going to get put. Breakout. So maybe I'll keep on this theme of the Commodore, the old BASIC translation, and pick this up. I think by Sunday we'll be ready to do it, depending how today goes. Okay, so yeah, this one's it's definitely that old BASIC. So these numbers are basically screen coordinates on OSI. This 57088 is the OSI peak. And positions this range here is on the screen, 54188. Okay, so it's a similar size, a page or page and a half of code. Not much to it. Basically, there's character graphics for the paddle, for the ball, for the edges around the border, and you can see V equals minus V, H equals minus H. So it bounces, it flips its horizontal and vertical direction. So I think V and H are maybe like the vertical and horizontal increments, how much you should add to each. But yeah, I think it's actually a little more structured than the other program. So the main loop is all in one place. It's several Go subs, and just kind of wraps around and keeps going like that. And each of these Go subs, so 305. Well, the line number 110. Yeah, that's one of them. So it does basically two moves, and then it's got another for drawing stuff, and I think one for maybe drawing the screen initially, or maybe it's at the end. I don't know. But yeah, it's a nice little quick program. I think it'll be easier to transliterate than the other one was. Okay. Let's see. I'm putting off the moment of truth over here, I think. Okay, so we've created a public initializer. We're hopeful that this thing will do its job. I ran tests, I think. Quick run again won't hurt. Okay, and then let's see if we can. I guess we want to push this. Push to remote origin main. Okay. Then I guess we want to tag this 0.0.2. I may as well grab this. This back and forth is going to be annoying. Okay. Update package. Now, did that really pull in the new environment? No. Okay. Try this package manager again. Update to latest version. That'd be good. It would be good, but I don't think that's what it did. Okay, I can't delete. That seems odd. Reset package, resolve package versions. Again, not likely. Do I have to edit this project? That's the F6, yep. Okay, that updated that. Pre-building. Did we get it? Yes. Okay, now I think we still got the same complaint. Due to internal protection level. Oh, it went away. Okay, we are moving. Okay, so we got environment. Let's see, environment. And what I want to do is get each thing. I don't know if I can. I guess I got to look at each one of these calls. Let's see, where are some? Well, print. Okay, let's go down there. Swarm print. Okay, I want to call environment.print. All right, now I think we run this. I think what's going to happen is we're going to still be pointing to this screen. And so we're not going to get the 24 blank lines at the start of this thing. I don't know if that'll be visible to us or not. They'll happen on the environment screen, but that's not the one we're apparently working with. Okay, so let's see. Is that starting slowly? And let's take a look at content view. Okay. All right, so everything everything we're seeing is printing on the old style view. Okay, I think, see LO there? That should have been printed up way, way earlier. I don't know where that comes out. Oh, cool. Let's see. Oh, okay. I can tell you're fancier because you got more stuff going on here. Well. Okay, I will save this. I'll take a look when we get later here. But yeah, so ICP plus 1P plus 2. So looks similar thing going on here. I don't think I had a plus 4, but yeah, I mean, Breakout's not a huge game. I mean, it's a pretty nice video game as they go, and there's certainly fancier versions these days. But this is not that much code, and if you did it in assembly, which I think the arcade versions almost certainly were, none of these statements. The basic statements are not very high level. I mean, that's practically, inequality compare followed by an if go to kind of thing. Each one of these, mostly they translate into a couple statements. The for loops and go subs get a little more complicated. Okay, cool. We'll do some comparison. Let's see. Okay, so Swarm. We are printing the beginning. I don't know where that hello came from. Is that? Where's that? Let's see, my global search. In project ignoring case. Ah, okay. Oh, we put that up in here. Okay. So it's calling swarm.print. Well, maybe that would be, I guess, let's see, can we get... I want to find out where the screen is coming from. So we got Swarm. This is all looking at swarm.screen. Okay. An ENV has screen. What if I swap? I don't know. I'm going to be a little ugly on the code here just to kind of see if we can get things going. Where's that hello? Let's do swarm.env.print. Okay, let's see if we can get the hello. We should see hello in blank lines and nothing else as far as output. We'll still see our buttons. Okay, I hope we get hello and 24 blank lines. Oh. Any complaints? Just no action. Okay, that did something. I mean, it took the button, but... Okay. Oh, are we looking at it in the swarm.env.screen? Swarm.env.screen is a published thing, so that should be monitored. What can I do? I can look at print, contents of, screen line, append. Oh, where are we putting these? Screen line. We're appending a bunch of stuff together. Prefix. Oh, screen.append. Okay. Screen is here. I don't know. I think we should be seeing something. All right, let's go back. Oh, something flashed by. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, so I think our screen prints are forcing that off. I believe we can see the random stuff if we keep going here. Okay. So my thought is let's get it all hooked up. And I think if instead of env.print, we just delegated that down here. So if we just say env.print string, and then we'll comment all this stuff out. Okay, let's see what happens here. It doesn't catch the pokes with that sort of approach, but it hopefully catches the print lines, the random stars being thrown on the bottom line. They might even change. They might even scroll up, actually. I hope. No. Okay, so something's running. We're not seeing the stars. Okay. Yeah, those are put there by pokes, I think. Right? Yeah, we're poking onto the screen. So now let's make poke delegate as well. All right, I can take this env off. Poke is env.poke address value. And then peak is the same. What about rand? Well, we can do that one later, I guess. It's the same implementation, so no. I don't know. We're not seeing anything. Oh, let's see. I don't think delay is going to matter, and I don't think random is going to matter. Current peak poke print. Okay. Can I break? Wait. You're not really environment.swift. I don't know if I can break in here. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, so we'll run to the first peak. I think. My startup feels slower and slower. Let's see what we got. Missing your comments here. Okay, this might be better. Game can be converted to a pole keyboard. All right, what are we doing over here? Okay, we should run to the first peak, hit the debugger. Okay. What's the address? 57088. Which is the keyboard stuff. Okay, we'll step over. Yes. Oh, simulated row. We're definitely not treating that properly. Let me turn this off. Whoops. Edit only. Swarm.keyboard. Okay, so and again, I think we're gonna have to do some cleaning up. Maybe there's requirements that you provide access to the environment directly, and we'll put methods for setting keyboard simulated. All right, let's continue. Okay, we'll stop. Where's this? Simulate. Why do you say it's not there? We just saw it. 0 matches, huh? Do I have case on? Okay. 3 matches. All right. Let's see how that goes. Maybe the weird thing in this is that Swarm is holding the environment. Maybe our global thing should be doing it. Oh, I'm pretty sure I clicked that. Did anything move? Oh, why? All right, so we know we saw hello go by and we saw the blank lines go by. So we know that if you call environment, you're actually doing it, which is good. All right, let's look at our program again. Okay, so first thing that happens, print. Well, it should print hello and then print blank lines. Let's change this to 10. I don't know if it's just printing out past what we can see. Or maybe there's update issues. I don't know. Trying to wake. Content view. Swarm.env. Swarm.env. All right. Well, I don't know. We've been going a while. Let's take a 5-minute break and we'll come back. And I'll keep it to no more than 5, maybe 3 to 5 is a better way to say it. We'll come back and see if we can verify that stuff is going on the screen. Maybe we'll play with the go button a little bit. That's interesting to me. Let me move this down. Because the async is what allows this to update the screen. So if it's not running async, that part might not be Forcing an update. I know. He says break and then he keeps running. Let's give one more tiny run. I don't see anything. And you might crash in that time. I don't know. All right, let's take that break. Welcome back. Okay, well, I don't know. My suspicions always run to these update things, and I think there's just a gap in my understanding of how that stuff works. But I think what I want to do is I think the environment is important enough that it should be this top level thing owned here, and then I don't know, we can't pass it in. That's the bad part. Only a constructor kind of thing can do that. Um, let's see. Yeah, Mike and second screen are on the same plug. Okay, so what's going on here then? I think this thing is after the wrong environment. Oh, maybe I just had to import basically here. Let me just do a clean. Okay, cool. Thanks. All right, so with this, I'm hoping to create one. Oh, let's see. Give first so many bounces. Line 130. I liked your other one better. I could read it. But L equals L times 0.87. So is L like a delay? Oh, here we go. A equals 1 to L. And I wonder that for loop, does it reevaluate the L each time through? That'd be interesting. kind of weird by modern language standards, I guess. I mean, yeah, they're certainly speeding something up with that. Interesting. Man. All right, let's see. So now we got environment. We don't want to talk about swarm.environment screen. We want to talk about environment.screen. Same thing for the keyboard. And I think that's kind of more right. If you're saying we're creating this environment, we're going to run in, my GUI needs to talk to that environment. My program needs to talk to that environment, but it's the same environment. So we'll have to make sure it's the same one tied in. Okay. So what I would like to do is pass environment here. And I'm like pretty sure I can't. Where'd it go? Well, takes no arguments, but is it complaining? Yeah, cannot use instant member environment with a proper initializer. Runs before self is available. Okay, so I think what I need to do, let's get our code back. App. I think I can create it in here. Oh, that's... No, how's that one work? Content could not be inferred. What does that mean? Fix. No. I'm not different, am I? No. Okay. Can I do it up here? No, I think I can pass this in if this is observed object. Okay, that will not do that just yet. Okay, so I think when I do this, I lost my app. Okay, I'm creating this environment owned by the app, and then I'm giving it to content view, and it says, oh, I've got an observed object. That's a parameter. I'll plug it in here. So I should not initialize it. Let's see if this works. It's not going to run yet because things are in pieces, but let's just see if it at least compiles. Okay, and so the problem I have at this point is Swarm has its own env variable, and all its stuff, peek and poke and all that stuff are going through there. Okay, what do I do? Type, oh yes, of course. I do have to say it's an environment. No, I said run tests. Failed to produce diagnostics. Generic environment requires arguments. Can I be explicit? Missing label in call. Okay. Missing argument. Okay. I'll create one there. We're not really using the previews, so that's probably not an issue. No such module swarm. Well, that's wrong. Really? You're going to tell me that? Yeah, we took out all that stuff. That's for sure. Okay, can I run? All right, now running, we've got our content view is talking to the environment. So I'm hoping I see a hello. Yes. Okay. And I think I left it as 10 prints, so I think that's why it's partway up the screen there. And okay. Let's ignore these tests. Well, actually, I think we can just delete them. Basic support tests. I'm looking for anything that looks like the swarmed code. I've got some variables, but everything here is basically duplicated in the tests down here. We pulled those out, split them apart, and all that. So I don't think I need these anymore. Move to trash. Okay. Now, I think our app says, I know the environment. Content view says, I'm going to create me a swarm. And then swarm says, I know the environment. I'll create one right there. And then I'll reference it. So all these env.prints and env.pokes and peaks, these things are all addressing the created one in here. Okay, so I want to get this out of here. Okay. And let's make sure content view is only referencing its environment. Yes. Okay, the only swarm reference should be this run. All right, now let's see what we can do here. Swarm. All right, so swarm, we don't want anybody to reference this screen. Let's see if anybody is. Callers, no. So I should be able to get rid of that. All right, now this environment, I really want it to be, well, I want it to be an undefined parameter. So var environment of type environment. Okay, and now I want the callers of swarm prevent synthesized. Okay, so we'll have to do an init. Let's do it here. Init takes an environment, stores it, okay, so if you call a new swarm, you need to give it the environment to work with. I've deleted the other instance, so the only environment that's going to be there is the one you pass in. All right, now if I build, there should be a couple places that create a swarm but don't have an environment. Okay. Now, I think I'm not going to be allowed to put environment here. We'll build. Yeah. Well, that's something else. Generic parameter content. I don't know. I'm going to clean and build. My assumption is I'm going to have to pass this into, yeah. Can't use env with property initializer. They run before self is available. Oddly. So I'm going to change this to an observed object. Type var is going to be a swarm. And I got to make the caller deal with it. The swarm is a swarm with environment. Okay, I think I can get it here. Now, why this is complaining? Scene window group content view with stuff. Generic parameter content could not be inferred. Explicitly specify the generic arguments. Are you offering to do that? Cannot find content view and scope. Okay, let's go back. Well, you added that in, and now you complain about it. Okay, let's try this. Missing parameter swarm in call. Yes. Well, I think I got to do the same thing here. Var environment equals environment. Pass it in. And then pass in a swarm with an environment. Okay. Instance member cannot be used. Oh, come on. On type content view previews. Oh, come on. There's got to be a way to do this. Well, we're not using that, so I may comment it out. Let's see. Is there really no way to do this? Isn't that exactly what we did up in this content thing here? Struct with environment and then a reference to it. Content view is a struct with an environment and a reference to it. Okay, clean, run. Oh, come on. And make sure it's not some sort of reference issue to the existing one. Instance member cannot be used on type. Oh, it's a static type. All right, so all this machination is to get this environment that was 2 levels down, get it pulled up to the top level where the app is, then pass it into the swarm. So we're referencing that, not some other environment. Hey, that's looking like the real thing. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously my skill's not up to this. I think there's something still off on the way the controls work. I'd like it to be so pressing down makes it do the thing, and then pressing on top of it makes it stop, or letting go stops it. Okay. Well, this is probably a record for me now. Okay. All right. That was one whole game. Okay. Okay. Let's commit. Okay. So what have we done? Well, basically, I guess this is the whole shebang. We integrated the external basically Swift package in, removed redundant basic support, and we set up the environment at the top level rather than the middle. Okay. Well, let's see how we're looking here. So here's the app. I don't know why their default one doesn't tab normally, but they don't. Okay. We create the environment. We also create a swarm. We pass both those in as observed objects, which observed objects are observables that that basically are arguments. So when I had state object, it was creating its own. Now observed object, because the parent caller is creating it. Okay, everybody in here talks to environment to do their stuff. That seems like the right thing to me. The only exception is swarm.run. And I think there's no way the environment is going to know about swarm. I don't know if there's some automatic way to register it in, but I don't know it. So I think this is okay. And it makes sense to me that this thing is holding on to the environment and owning it rather than the code. Definitely should not. Okay, now I think this stuff, let's get these two in there too. Delay, I'm going to say this should be environment.delay. How long? This should be environment.rand. Value, this stuff can go. Okay, now, environment has no member delay. Really? Okay, let's go here. See, I've lost my chat again. Sorry. Okay. Yes, is delay. Oh, delay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I realized you typed this a while back. Slows down with so many waves. I always think of breakout as speeding up, like maybe it's because once it gets in that upper area, it's just bouncing in this really short distance. Wow, interesting. Speeding up the game for the first many bounces. Maybe it's just so easy at the beginning, it's boring or something. I don't know. All right. Let's see. So I'm in basically again, and I want to look at the delay in environment. And maybe I didn't move that one in. Well, I guess there's no maybe about it. It says it's not there. It's probably not there. Yeah, it's not there. All right. So maybe basic support. Well, I would say delay definitely belongs over there. It's not direct basic support, and it's referencing delay environments variable. So, okay, let's move it to environment. Yeah, put it up by random. Okay, delay, how long? It references delay factor up here. That stuff's there. That stuff's there. Okay, let's run tests here. I don't think we had a test on delay. We'll see if anybody's referencing it wrong. Nope. Okay. What else can we do while we're here? I almost think this should just become random. Refactor, rename, random. He calls the srand and stuff. That's okay. So I'm trying to get nice lowercase names. Peek, poke, print. There's more work to do in print. I'm not happy with that. I think if you print, say, 40 characters on a 24 character line, it should wrap after 24 characters and do that. And also, I think we probably need to distinguish print and print line. But I'll let that go. Let's get the basic support. I'm still bugged by this. Let's at least rename this. And I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's any funniness if you use return like that. I think that's okay. All right, let's run all those tests. Go sub return for next. That's in go to. That's really the support. This stuff, I don't know why you need these. And maybe the new way you don't. Because maybe they're just not basic support at all. What else is up here? Okay, that's sort of an example. I don't know how that's quite working. I guess when you first start, well, we'd have to figure something out. Okay, but let's find callers. Oops. Nope. 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 Okay, callers. Yeah, so right now they're assuming they can call their local function, but it delegates to environment just like these did. And I think we should just call environment on those. I don't think this is adding so much now. Don't know how that's going to be. Oh, you pass in the procedure for my switch. That's what it is. Okay, so when somebody calls run, they have to give it their main body big switch statement that looks kind of like that. Got it. All right, let's run tests again. Oh, Swarm's slowing down. Okay, hey, let's get. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's just like by then you're doing 20 blocks of 20 or something, give you a little more chance. It's slower. Okay, everything ran, so that's good. Let's publish again. All right, so basically we commit. Delete unused methods. And move delay to environment. Push. come in here, tag this 003, create that, copy this. It's a little weird developing both at once. Okay. Now this, we're going to edit, replace that. It updates. Okay. We should be able to build, and let's run tests. Yeah, something's going to complain because the delay wasn't over in that other place. Let's see what the issue is. Okay, we renamed this. Environment has no member delay. Did I forget to make it public? Public function delay. Okay, that's an interesting error. Try building again. Input library cannot be found. Swarm.app XC tests. Let's clean. I did delete a big test, so maybe it's still looking for it. No such module. Now you found it a minute ago. What the heck? Input file. Let's code derived data. Swarmed.app, swarmed tests. Let's see what we got for a test product. Oh, I have no tests left. Okay. Running tests is pointless because there are no tests in there. These tests aren't in our run thing, and I think we deleted them. No. We may as well. But, well, we don't have to. I'm just going to do a main run. So I think I have a test project that says you could run tests, and there's no tests in there. Excuse me. All right, so we are running again. And I'll just hustle over here and see if I can crash. Nope. There it'll be. Okay. I think we're getting things better. Let's see, we'll do some diffing. Oh, I changed spaces. That looks the same. Down here we deleted unused stuff. Okay. So we basically updated library, cleaned up unused methods. Or I guess I should say functions here. All right. Okay, so now I think my claim is all these things. I think it would be okay to call directly. I mean, these functions are just little one-line pass it along kind of things. So ideally, I would do this refactor inline, but there's no inline. Okay, so basically, I just have to find all these and put an env dot on the front. Actually, the easiest way to find them is probably just to delete the methods. And people will complain. Sort of the opposite of Chesterton's fence, right? Okay, I should get a bunch of complaints about peaks and pokes and... Yep, delay. What's that? We don't care about that one. Well, something's going funny. Okay. I guess we'll take one quick look and see if there's something missing. ENV. Oops. ENV. Unfortunately, print is also used as a generic term. Well, it's the debugging print in Swift. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, yeah, you can see our stuff came here. Yeah. Okay, breakout. I'm going to spend the extra time to create a characterization test before we do all our refactoring. I could believe we might need to change some things as we go, but I think we should try and lock it down as much as we can. All right, there. The ship comes in. We'll jump over. Skip around. Go down a ways. Let's see how far I get. Yeah, let's just crash. Okay. Good. All right. So let's take care of this test thing. There's basic swarmed tests. I should be able to delete. Delete. Did I miss one? This. Okay, good. Let's see. Swarm. Yep. Yeah, I have to check. I mean, I think something's a little slower as things go. You know, what I may be remembering is as it wrote more asterisks, it just took longer to actually do the printing and stuff in the old BASIC. You know, because it only ran like, I don't know, a few thousand statements. Well, not even that. A few hundred statements a second, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so we caught the remaining not print, delete, unused test projects. Okay. So let's see this code. Is there something that's making delay change? Okay, you definitely get a delay the first time through this loop. Yeah, I don't see anything that would change the delay directly. There's a delay after you blow up. Yeah, so I think any delay that was in the original was just the fact that it would take longer to fill in the line and stuff like that. So this this code would take longer and longer because it's growing based on the level, and the level I don't think has a limit. Yeah, I don't see anything that would limit the level. So as you get through, you go through a wave of 1 per line, 2 per line, up to 10 per line, and as that increases, the number of stars based on the number of levels comes in. But I don't know, can you get a situation? Can you get a situation where every line is filled? 20 plus 5. Yeah, I just don't know. Let's see what values. Oh, I bet this stuff's not used anymore. Let's try this. Yeah. Okay. That's all local. That I don't think is used. Oh, that is part of your program. Yeah. Okay. That was in the original code. R equals 8484. Loop vars I don't think would be used. Last random seed I don't think would be used. It's part of environment. Well, loop vars is part of the basic support. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Intensity, asteroids per line in 1 through 10. So when asteroids per line is 1, values, what's values? Oh, right there. Int. Well, this was nested loops, and I pulled it out for some reason. Okay, so somewhere down here, somebody's going to read values. Asteroids per line, intensity gets ignored. Well, that's interesting. I wonder, maybe this intensity loop was a delay and I shouldn't have been peeling it out. Oh, let's go back to the old code. Okay, this must be the number of asteroids in a LW 1 to 20. Oh, this is the length of the wave. Okay, that does increase. Yeah, I don't know. This move, sometimes it's a really good move. You've got loops, nested loops going on, and you pull it out and generate the contents of the loop and then handle the stuff. And you can, I mean, if you got coroutines or like the yield in C#, you can very easily do this stuff, or you build up values, or you figure out how to derive this one from the next one. Machine would certainly handle 10 asteroids per line, even under emulation. Yeah, I mean, the emulation, we're running so many millions of times faster, or at least thousands of, hundreds of thousands. Slow down as it's starting to draw. I don't know. I don't think building up this values array, I mean, it builds it up unnecessarily. Well, not unnecessarily. It's telling you how many asteroids per line and increases, and this is how many of them you get. Really, we don't need the intensity here. I don't see anything that slows it down, though. I mean, generating a few more asteroids, it doesn't really seem like it should do that much, like you say. Well, it would probably help if I could get further in the game. In the original, it definitely slowed down when you started drawing more, though. I do remember that much. Not a tenth the speed or anything, but just definitely noticeably more sluggish as the waves got full. And so I think you get longer waves of a given increment with this. As your intensity goes up because you've gotten deeper in, you get more rows of the same number of asteroids. Right. So the first time through, you get 20 rows of 1, 20 rows of 2, up to 20 rows of 10, then 25 rows of 1, 25 rows of 2, and so on. Yeah, only that first set. Maybe that's what we're seeing. So asteroids per line is 1 is going to be the case for the first 20 rows. So it's a little slower in the first 20 rows. Let's see if that holds. Which is basically a screen, so I have to, let's hustle over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's still 1, there was the 2s. I think it's a little slower for the 2s, whoops. Can't control my own thing. We're definitely at 2 there. Okay, we're back to 1. 1s, now 2s. Did it pick up a little, maybe? Yeah. I think that's all it is. That delay 30 when asteroids per thing is 1. Okay. All right. The only thing I see here this wise, we have values. I think values can just be int. We're putting an intensity, but it was really used to generate these values. It's not needed in the loop itself. All right. So I don't know. Pulling this out, I thought it would do more. I like the documentation of it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure that loop paid off. It is nice sometimes, though. You can get these loops and you just sort of, like you do a more functional style. You generate the stuff, pass it through. You can get it very lazy. And you could do that here if you messed with, sequence or next and that sort of stuff. We'll go to this side. I guess I run longer over here. Okay, there's some 2s. And there's 3s. I don't think it's any slower. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. So where we are, I think we are done with Swarmed. Remove extra unused index. Okay. So we're done with Swarmed. At least I'm setting it aside. it could be made more clear and stuff. I certainly agree. I think it's far more clear than it started. What I'm going to do next time, I guess I'll start with Breakout again. Stay on this basic theme for a little bit, and what I want to do there is use the basically package we've just been building. Use that basic package and then just sort of create the new one from scratch with that and see how that goes and see if there's any tuning we need to do, more for that. I do know I want to fix the print, and there's a nice little program, just a little 2-liner or 1-liner. I want to get that. I want to fix the print and see if that works. We'll start with that, and then go into the Breakout program proper. Just for that one's just for fun. So next time is Sunday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern time. And thanks for joining me today. And I hope to catch you again. And we'll try another game next time. All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye bye. Oh, I should mention one more thing. I'm running a refactoring class next week, Wednesday evening, 6:30 to 9 p.m. So kind of North American or our hemisphere kind of time. If you're interested, go to xp123.com and there's a tab on top for the workshop, and you can sign up there if you'd like to. I'd love to see you there too. All right, that'll be in Java and costs $99, and hopefully you'll consider that. Thanks. Bye-bye.